And this is the thing where you just cut a bunch of things, right?
Yeah,
so we're just gonna talk.
He cuts 99% of it, and then he uses generative AI to fill in the rest. I'm Logan.
And I'm Tyler.
Tyler and I are at the HouseHack Seattle Happy Hour, and you just gave a presentation on how house hacking changed you from a tenant to an investor.
Yep.
And today we're going to talk about a deal that we're in the middle of right now, actually almost done.
Yeah, so we got a property in Bremerton, Washington. It's super awesome. There's a naval base there. It's a pretty good market. You're paying for a lot of those homes like half the price of what these Seattle markets are going for, and probably 30% less on rents. So, I mean, you're still getting pretty good rents for these houses in Bremerton.
Besides just the naval base, we also have the main hospital for the Kitsap Peninsula, and we have Olympic College. So there's tons of renters there.
Right. So yeah, the terms we got on this thing, we just basically took over the existing loan. There was no down payment that we made. There was closing costs of about a little bit over $8,000, I think, that we paid. And outside of the closing costs, that was our only out-of-pocket expenses to put this property into our name. We had some legal fees with an attorney that we had dropped some documentation for us, inform the trust. But after we closed on this property, I mean, that's all we were really into it, and it was really that easy. So yeah, when we took over the loan, he owed about $170,000 left on his loan. His mortgage was $1,300 roughly, that we just took over. We did overpay on the property. The property's probably about $350. We bought it for $375, and the reason we paid more was because we got such sweet terms. And the $375, mind you, is not due for 9 years.
Even if, the market doesn't go up significantly, we are able to do a full rehab of this thing without the stress of a hard money loan or private money. When we looked at the property initially, we saw that we could probably make something like a $30,000 rehab work, and it wouldn't be a great property to own. So how did we go from $30,000, where we are very eager and the deal looks like 20% cash on cash ROI right away, to an $130,000 rehab? All right, where do we start?
Yeah, I think once we started opening the walls and seeing what was behind the actual walls, we realized there's a lot more money that needs to go into this, and because we had such awesome terms, it was nothing that we were nervous about and nothing we wanted to flee away from. There's no regret to this day, even though we've had tons more money put into this project than we anticipated because the terms were so excellent. So with excellent terms, you have a lot more flexibility.
So we intended to do a cosmetic rehab. We ended up doing a full gut, and not just down to studs with utilities staying. We replaced every single thing in the house except for the studs and the siding and the sheathing. Every piece of wiring, every piece of plumbing, every piece of gas line, we reconfigured. We knocked out 2 walls to open up the kitchen, living, dining. We redid plumbing, a bathroom so that we could have a true 2-bathroom. We finished part of the basement so that we could have a 3rd bedroom and a 2nd living room. So that $30,000 creeped up quickly. So I think if we're already ripping out all the drywall and a lot of plumbing's gonna replace, let's just swap all of the galvanized steel out right now so we don't have to worry about it later. There's some copper over here, but yeah, let's just get rid of all the galvanized steel. Because as you replace one thing, like let's say we're putting a bunch of holes in the wall to upgrade electrical or plumbing, the cost to patch all this lath and plaster becomes so enormous that eventually you're like, we just need to demo all of the lath and plaster and spend the same amount of money and end up with all sheetrock. But once we do that, then we may as well redo the whole kitchen layout at the same time. And now we need to redo the floors because those are old and don't match all the new finishes. So it turned into something where we wanted to do a bare cosmetic to something where we decided, all right, we set such good terms in this deal that we could, when we needed to, pivot to a full gut when the surprises happened.
That's right. Yeah, we kind of walked in after we realized that we were going to be spending more than $30,000, kind of with a hand in our face looking backwards because, man, there's just so much more that we needed to put into it, but that didn't stop us. We knew we had some work to do, so we got started as soon as we could. Yeah, and despite all the expensive costs that we've had along the way of renovating the property, it's still a killer deal. I mean, the mortgage, like I said, is $1,300 a month for us that we're paying. We're gonna rent this easily out.
And I think even more than having some cash flow from this deal and not just losing everything on it, I'm really happy that we got the experience to try a seller finance deal. We got to find the problem, solve the problem and also solve our problem.
Right.
Rachel and I don't have 2 years of 1099 income, so we actually can't qualify for a conventional loan. This is the only path for us right now, besides a DSCR loan. But for an easy rental, this was an incredible experience to do seller finance. We made connections with our real estate attorney who can help us in the future. We have our escrow team set up for creative finance, so I really feel prepared the next time we get this opportunity. And if clients want to have that opportunity, we'll be well prepared to help them.
Right. Yeah, we went through it so our clients don't have to, right? Follow your dreams, kids.
Perfect.